Welcome to Exact Training. In this lesson, we'll learn how to add a purchase order in Max from the Purchasing Schedule window. Today we'll learn how to assign a planned order or requisition to a purchase order, auto-assign them to a purchase order, or drag and drop them to a purchase order. Let's get started. There are three ways that you can create a purchase order from the purchasing schedule. Assign to an existing PO selected from the browser. Auto-assign creates a new purchase order. Drag and drop to an existing purchase order that's open on the screen. These are the steps we'll follow. From the System Manager Material tab, we will go to the Purchasing Control module. We'll select the Activity menu, Purchasing Schedule, and then we'll choose the orders to convert to the purchase order. From the System Manager, choose the Materials tab. Select and open the Purchasing Control module, and the module window will open. Select the Activity menu and select Purchasing Schedule. When the window opens, select the Sort By option from the drop-down. Let's use the Part ID. Enter the Part ID start and end range. Let's look at the planned orders for this part by checking the Planned checkbox. And then click the Query button. We can now see all the planned orders created by the MRP Explosion to buy this part along with the specifics of the order, the quantity, vendor, dates, etc. All these fields can be edited as well. To see the Approved to Purchase planned orders, click the Approved box and click the Query button again. We can now see the planned orders that are approved, status 2, as well. Let's also add the released orders, which is the purchase requisitions. Click the Released checkbox and query again. We now also see the released requisitions for this part. Let's assign the first line to an existing purchase order. Select the line by double-clicking to highlight it, and click the Assign button. The window that opens shows the open purchase orders for this vendor. Select one of the purchase orders to assign it to, and click the Assign button. Then close out of this window. Now let's go open that purchase order. Click the Activity menu and select Purchase Order. And then enter the purchase order number you assigned it to. And you can see the line has been added. Let's go back to the Purchasing Schedule and auto-assign a line. Remember, auto-assign creates a brand new purchase order. Select the row by double-clicking to highlight it. You can also highlight more than one row at a time. Now click the Auto-Assign button. A new purchase order will be created, and a message will show you the new order number and number of lines assigned. You can auto-assign rows across different vendors. One purchase order will be created for each vendor. Click OK to close this message. Let's look at the purchase order that was created. And you can see that both rows were assigned. We've got one more option to walk through, the drag and drop. For this option, make sure you have a purchase order open on the screen. Then, from the purchasing schedule, double-click the line item that you want to add to the purchase order to highlight it. Then hold down the Shift and right mouse button while you drag it over to the purchase order's details section. Let go of the mouse button to drop it on the open purchase order. And the line is now on the purchase order. That's all there is to it. After watching this lesson, you should now understand how to add a purchase order by assigning it, by auto-assigning it, or dragging and dropping it to an open purchase order. Thank you from Exact Training.